Hello, sports fans, and welcome. Welcome to episode 226 of the Guru Talkin Sports Podcast. I am your host, the Guru of Sports. Well, this week has been basically a very interesting week. We had 4th of July in the middle of the week, which was Thursday. And it seems as though that, I just couldn't get my days right. I mean, today feels like maybe a Saturday or so. But, it's Sunday. Today is Sunday. And, like I said, I want to make sure that, I get my days right. So today is Sunday, July 7th, 2024. And we're on episode 226. Tomorrow's my brother's birthday, and I just want to make sure that I give him a shout. Derek B, he was formerly on this program, and I just wanted to make sure I give him a shout. Well, there's a couple things I did want to talk about today, but I'm going to make it brief. I'm not going to hold you long. I just want to get this word out that I have, and I just want to make sure that, we get it together and get out of here. Okay, so LeBron James' son played his first Summer League basketball game yesterday. I watched it, and I really, like I said, I'm not going to judge this. I'm not going to be a judge of this. I'm just going to say this, that, to each his own. To each his own. Now, a lot of people say that, hey, this is, he only got there because of LeBron. Yeah, maybe. True to fact or whatever. But you know what? The thing about it is that let's look at it from both sides. I would have my sons basically set up, if I was able to set them up for the rest of their lives. Yes, I would be able, if I could use my influence, I would do it. Yeah. But the thing about it is that I won't make sure that it's something that they would want. I have 2 boys right now that are, doing I'm not bragging about this. They do pretty good. I got my youngest son working construction right now during the summer, going to college, making sure that he, finds a way that he can take care of things on his own. And like I said, I tell him all the time, hey, look, if you need me to help you, I'll help you. That's not a problem. But no, he doesn't want help. You know why? Because he wants to be self-sufficient. He wants to be able to do things on his own. I understand that. And, like I tell him all the time, hey, if you need me, I'm here. My oldest son, he just got married, and he has a very, very, very good job. Does everything that he wants to do, And the thing about it is that I always tell him, too, hey, look, if you need me for something, just let me know. If it's something that I can do for you, let me know. You know what he told me? He said, Dad, I got this. I got this. I'm like, wow, you do. But the thing is that I don't want them to think that, I'm just, some lame duck father. But they want to do what they want to do. And I always say this because it's very important to me to say this. I will never never ever in my life take credit for what they have accomplished. They do what they want to do. If they need my guidance to where they want me to, give them my thoughts or my opinion or maybe my guidance or so, I would do that for them. But I guess that what I did was I raised them to be very, very self-efficient. The only things I ask them to do is basically respect me and be a very, very good influence on society. Another thing, too, is that do not disrespect my last name. My last name means a lot to me because I come from a very, very good family. Yeah, they had a few bad apples or so, but the thing about it is that when I was growing up, I wanted to make sure that I watch and see. This is one of the things that happens. As a child, I watched how my parents did things. Like I said, there was things that my father did that I didn't really appreciate. But you know what? I learned that I would basically do the opposite. There was things that my mother did that I said, well, kind of questionable, but, in the long run, they paid off. So, if you're looking at this in a situation where we want to make sure that we take care of our kids, we nurture them, we feed them, we clothe them, we make sure that they are doing the right things. But when it's time for them to leave the nest, you do everything that they needed to be prepared to go out in public and to be going out on their own to do the right thing. Yeah, I still worry about both of them. The youngest one more than the oldest one, because the youngest one, he didn't grow up with the, the street smarts or the street cred that me and Dante had. And see, another thing with Dante is that he had brothers and uncles that was around him all the time. Caden didn't have that. He basically had, mostly a mother growing. When he was growing up, he mostly had his mother. I was there for him, but the thing about it is that we were in two different states, or we lived further distance. But I would always make sure that I want to make sure I got to see him and not really put in time, but be able to spend quality time with him to make sure that he's going in the right direction. I have to admit that, he has a stepfather that at first I really didn't approve. But, the thing about it is that, when you get older, you look at some of these things and you say, hey, you know what? It's all good. Dante, too, had a great stepfather. that, we can't really, I know how it is between having stepfathers and everything and, doing things and stuff like that. But, my thing is that, I have to give them credit. That's just like both Dante and Kaden have a stepmother as well. So what I'm trying to say is that, I made sure that I wanted my kids to grow up and be able to have their own choice and be able to do their thing the way they want to do it. But the one thing I told them both, whatever you do in this world, do not do what I do. You do your thing and you be better than what I'm doing right now. I could have influenced them to say, hey, look, you know what? Do like me, follow in my footsteps, and be a truck driver. Yeah, be a truck driver because that's what I want you to do. No, that's not what I want you to do. I want you to go out, do whatever you feel as though that you're going to do in the right way. Make sure that you do things in the right manner. One of my things is this, is that, like I said, I can't influence them to be like me. I can, some things I could say, hey, you know what? Yeah, you can be like me in this sense, but I don't want you to follow my career path. You have your own decisions to make, your own choices in life. And usually when you make these choices, good or bad, I'm going to stand by you. And I'm going to help you out if you need help. But I would never, ever in my lifetime say, you got to follow in my footsteps. Because that is not the right thing to do. I understand that, LeBron James has something that he wanted to do. I understand that. That's his prerogative. But I disagree because the thing is that you can't force a child to do what you want them to do all the time. Or have them follow you in doing what you do. What I'm trying to say is this. Like I said, I'm a truck driver. I'm proud of being a truck driver. I love my job. I have one of the best jobs in the world. And I love it, There's some things that, that goes on, but the thing about it that I chose what I do. I love what I do. And I'm happy with what I'm doing. Now, like I said, Caden is going to college and doing his thing. Yeah, I understand that, and I'm grateful for that. Dante is, just moved from Dallas back to Atlanta, and I'm proud of him because, him and his wife are doing things that, years ago when I first got married, I wasn't able to do. That's just like I could tell them, hey, look, you know what? Guys don't go to college. Go in the Navy just like I did. Try to pursue a baseball career just like I did. Drive a truck just like I did. No, I can't do that. I'm not going to say LeBron is right or wrong. But I can say that, if this backfires on him, it's not going to be pretty. Believe me, it's not going to be pretty if it backfires. Now, we all know that Bronny only averaged about 2 or 4 points in college, and I watched the game yesterday, and he only had 4 points. He went 2 of 9 of shooting, and he had his good form and all, but I don't know. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know what happened between Bronny and LeBron, if he was forced to do it, coerced to do it, or what, or if that's what the kid wanted to do. Like I said, I would never, influence my kids to do what I do. Never. I know I've been saying that for a while. But let's kind of wrap this up. I want to make sure that, I'm very much in for this situation, because hopefully, the Lakers can definitely try to make something out of nothing. And believe me, I just don't understand how, but I just want this to work. I really do want this to work. But believe me, if it backfires, the pitchforks and the mob is going to come out against him. But like I said, I can't make the judgment of this, LeBron is setting his kid up to fail or whatever. But like I said, hey, we got to, as Laker fans, we have to kind of ride this one out. It might not have been a popular or appropriate situation, but hey, we'll see. We'll definitely see. All right, I'm going to wrap that up. Okay, another thing I wanted to talk about is Catlin Clark. Now, Angel Reese is having a very, very good historic run of double-doubles in her career. And hey, you know what? I like I said, I like Angel Reese. There's 3 rookies that I wanted to make sure I kept an eye on. Well, Akia Jackson also. 4 rookies: Akia Jackson, Angel Reese, Catlin Clark, and Cameron Brink. And a shout out to Cameron Brink. Please recover soon. Get back on the court. And, she is such a great, great ball player. And it's a very, very bad loss for the Los Angeles Sparks. One of the things I love to do on the weekends is come home, relax, and watch the WNBA. Believe me, like I said, I'm not just watching it just because I'm watching it. Now, I've been watching this thing now for, over 30 years or so. Over 25 or so years. This is not new to me. I'm telling you guys. I was at the first WNBA game. I seen Penny Tolver make the first bucket in WNBA history. So I go back a ways. I'm not just saying this just to be saying this. I did see the 2 legends, Lisa Leslie and Rebecca Lobo, face off against each other in that game. So, like I said, I'm not just a fly-by-night or Johnny-come-lately to the party of the WNBA. I'm very, very proud of this league Because like I said, it's just that they needed a push to get over the top to where everybody in the world knows what's going on in this league. I'm going to mention this too, that 2024 is probably the rebirth of two leagues. One, the NHL, because of the historic run that they went through. And believe me, on one side it could have been an epic collapse, and on the other side it could have been a historic win. But I got to give a shout out to the Florida Panthers and how they changed this basic this run for the for the NHL. And like I said, Catlin Clark and Angel Reese, Akia Jackson, Nafia Collier. I gotta still find out if she's really hurt. She was the one that I actually picked for MVP. I got like a couple. Now I'm not gonna say 1,000, but I got a couple bets out there on who's gonna win the Rookie of the Year, who's gonna win MVP, and after watching Rihanna Stewart yesterday, I watched Diana Taurasi on Friday night. And, like I said, this is really good for the league. The exposure. The, more faces coming into, places to see all these young ladies play this great game. I'm very proud of them. And believe me, like I said, I know that deep down inside, this league was going to grow. Even though you had pundits and, people saying, hey, when is it time to get rid of the WNBA? I'm glad that David Stern had a vision for having a women's league compatible to like the men's league. God rest his soul, David Stern. I didn't agree with a lot of things he did, but believe me, when he said that he wanted to make the WNBA a priority and something to where the future of women's basketball can be seen, I'm very, very glad about that. I'm very glad. I am also just really, really happy that the WNBA is just basically doing things that they're taking their league to new heights. A lot of great new stars, Nafia Collier, who I mentioned, I just, like I said, I was watching her the other night and they said she got hurt. So I'm really, really worried about her because, like I said, she is just amazing. She is just an amazing ball player, And, Asia Wilson, that the Las Vegas Aces are trying for a three-peat. They've been pretty good. Kelsey Plum has been playing pretty good. And, we got to see what's going on with the All Star Game. Because you got the WNBA All Stars, which do include Angel Reese and Catlin Clark, against the women's Olympic team. Now you got Sabrina Ionescu, you got Diana Taurasi, and all these other young ladies. This is going to be something else. But I tell you, if the All Stars beat the Olympic team, we got a problem. definitely got a problem. But hopefully, we get the chance to see the best young ladies on the court. Even though that, hey, a lot of things right now has been kind of eased up on the tension of Catlin Clark. But she did something that no other rookie has ever done in the WNBA. Her first triple-double of her career. And like I said, I'm not gonna knock Angel Reese because she's on a historical pace. She just passed Candace Parker for most double-doubles, consecutive double-doubles. And, like I said, when you're talking Candace Parker, rare air, that's a good thing. Angel Reese has just been a double-double machine. And I'm proud of her because, like I said, she is awesome. Even though that she sometimes played a victim and sometimes she gets upset about, why people are talking about her or whatever. She's still a great ball player, no matter what. And I do have to stick up for her because she's from Baltimore. And, like I said, I'm partial to people from Baltimore. So I have to definitely give a shout out to Miss Angel Reese and my Baltimore fam. All right, so, today also we have All Star announcements. All the reserves, and I think they got to start in pitching. The pitching matches, the players put on the team with the by pitching staffs. I might as well say. I'm sorry. It's a little early. I just woke up not too long ago, and like I said, hey, it's after 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'm trying to get this done before the zoo wakes up. But anyway, we'll have the reserves, and hopefully a couple people from my Blue Jays, my Orioles, and my Dodgers can dominate. The Blue Jays, not so much. I only think that they're going to probably have one representative. And it's just been a travesty on how things have gone for them. They might be sellers at the end of the month here. Trade deadline is coming up. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of these trades. And I'm definitely going to have to speak to my man Dave Mays Jr. just to check him out to see what he's going through. I haven't talked to him in a while because I know that with the Blue Jays, it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of work. And I can't say that I definitely don't want to bother him because he's probably got a lot of stuff that he's got to do and evaluate. And that organization is going to make a lot of changes. I still think they should have got rid of the general manager and the manager. But I digress on that one. All right, guys. Let me wrap this up by saying thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening. I'm definitely going to be back next week with episode 227. Is that right? 227? Yeah, that's right. 227 of the Guru Talking Sports podcast. You guys have been awesome. Again, thank you, and I hopefully enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the rest of your sports weekend. And join me back here next weekend. Because if it's Sunday, it's the Guru Talking Sports podcast. You guys take care of yourself. We will be talking to you soon. Later.